If you have a lawn bordered by a fence, a yard with shaded areas, wetter spots, and various plants, you basically have a microclimate. You've definitely had a disease, even if you didn't know how to identify it or weren't aware of its existence. The vast majority of diseases appear because of high humidity, either due to natural causes or because of improper lawn irrigation. Today, I'm going to help you identify these diseases more easily, and for that, I've prepared two tables. The first table presents the 9 most common lawn diseases, along with the grass species in which they can appear. In the next table, we'll talk a bit more in detail about lawn diseases. We'll divide it into 3 parts: identification, prevention, and treatment of the 9 diseases mentioned earlier. Now let's get to 2 diseases that occur during the cold season, namely gray snow mold and pink snow mold. As their names suggest, they appear with or without snow. One is more harmful, the other is less harmful. Specifically, gray snow mold causes circular gray spots after the snow melts. In contrast, pink snow mold has pink colored spots and can appear even without snow. These diseases mainly occur at temperatures between 2 and 8 degrees on lawns with excess nitrogen and high humidity. That is, you probably used a product with a high nitrogen content in the fall. Too much nitrogen weakens the lawn and makes it prone to this disease. As a preventive measure, you should fertilize with a lot of potassium and less nitrogen, and as a product, I recommend Pre-Winter from Landscaper, which has the optimal dose of potassium and nitrogen. Of course, maintenance work also needs to be done, such as scarification, aeration, and if possible, or if you know you've had problems in the past, you should also do drainage where necessary. Gray mold is not harmful, it only affects the leaves. It's mostly an aesthetic issue, but the lawn will recover in the spring. On the other hand, pink mold can also affect the roots, and that's why, as a treatment, you should apply switch when temperatures are around 6 to 8 degrees, in order to have at least a partial effect. For prevention, if you've had these diseases in the past or you know there's foot traffic in winter, you can apply Ortiva Top or another fungicide with azoxystrobin before winter sets in to prevent the appearance of snow mold. And as a final preventive measure, during the winter you can mow the lawn a bit shorter by 1 level so that when it snows or the snow stays for a long time, the grass won't be pressed down too much. As you have seen, there are 2 elements, one as a cause and one as prevention, namely, high humidity is present in all cases, and as prevention, scarification. Basically, if you do the 2 annual scarifications, one in the fall and one in the spring, you will avoid the vast majority of diseases. Together with proper lawn irrigation, you will further limit these diseases. If we can control the appearance of these diseases ourselves, then everything is fine. But if, due to natural causes, rain, long periods of humidity, there is still a risk of them appearing. To sum up the prevention and treatment part, prevent so you don't have anything to treat, and in cases where the disease exists or you want to prevent it, always try to use products that are not fungicides, because after all there are still fungi in the lawn and soil that we need, beneficial fungi, and only in extreme cases should you use fungicides. If you enjoyed this material about lawn diseases caused by fungi, hit like, share this content, and don't forget that until next time, grass grows in the field and the lawn grows in your yard.